Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody, to the South Park Phone Destroyer Weekly Update for week 50 of year 2. We are coming up on the end of the year. How does it feel, everybody? Appreciate you guys being here. Koopa, Drew, Bonham, Pegs, welcome in. Meow Bark. How's everybody doing? Don't forget, today we have a giveaway. Mysterion. A bit smaller. We're doing the Mysterion giveaway. So if you want your chance at an in real life physical copy, probably the coolest one I have, honestly, in my opinion. I think Mysterion's the coolest. You can see, like, the detail of this card is really nice when you can actually see it up close. There's blood coming out of him. There's rain. There's a lightning bolt on his head and shit. It's pretty cool. Out of any giveaway, this is the one I want. So I came to hang it in my Plum Crazy Purple Challenger. Nice, dude. The live comment reads are the best. The last time Glanzer read my comment and said it, I didn't matter. LOL. That made me laugh. When I recognize somebody's name, I try to fuck with them. Reds Masters, what's up? But anyway, Mysterion. If you're watching this on YouTube, this one was for the live audience. Next week, the YouTube audience will have a chance at winning one. Last time we gave away Mecha, and I just put that in the envelope. I'll send it out tomorrow. Mysterion's definitely one of the cooler ones. I think Satan's going to be a big popular one when I give Satan away. And then also when we give away the legendary Coon card that's actually holographic, that's going to be a big one too. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you stick around on the Monday streams or check it out on YouTube for your chance to win those. We have still 20 plus left, so we're in good shape. But all right, let's go into last week. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I have any of the right things. So let's see. Okay, it looks like we do have the points. Okay, we do have this. So I was actually on TMI this week on one of my accounts, so TMI getting top 10. I feel like that's partially me, so that's sweet. Free to Play Whales coming third from Illuminati and Dire Tide, who were pretty close. That's probably like 0.2 is probably a loss. I'm trying to think. It's probably a loss. I don't think it's like 1 or 2 points. It's probably like 15 points that separated those, but oh, I'm stupid. The points are right there. The total points are right there. So yeah, it's 15 points. I mean, it could have been 1 loss or it could have been 15 points lost from bars. I assume it's points lost from bars. But that's what, 2 losses and 3 losses, and we had, I think we only had 3 losses too, but that puts our average down lower because we have less people, maybe? I'm not sure. Well, last I checked, we had 3 losses. Maybe after I went to bed, somebody got a loss. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. We were up by a lot, so the bracket didn't matter. But I don't have those. Okay, so I don't have the other stuff for this week, but last week was pretty fun. The decks were interesting. The Adventure Lock had a nice deck put together because with the superheroes and the adventure, some people have the superhero stuff leveled up. And I had like my General Disarray was level 4 and stuff instead of 3, so I had a little bit of an advantage. Although I don't think I played General Disarray, actually. Yeah, I don't think so. But let's jump right into the games for this week. There's a lot going on in the forum, so we'll try to get through everything as quick as we can. Just like we tried to get through this game as quickly as we could. And it worked. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it worked. Now the rank, obviously, 5,600. I am still in silver on this account, so getting a good matchup is pretty rare, but Sometimes I'm coming in with like pretty much base cards. This guy didn't even feel like playing me. I don't know if he saw my rank and he just like gave up or what, but he could have tried. He could have tried. Got a cut on my finger. My chair broke. I have another desk chair like this on my old desk chair, and I was sitting in it and I was leaning back in it. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. All right, we got it. That game was a minute long. This game, you know what's funny? That guy wasn't playing and the game was a minute long. This guy, I think, played and it was a minute long. And this guy actually had a higher rank than me, interestingly enough. Bless me, excuse you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, don't forget exclamation point Mysterion if you want a chance at winning him. Gotta find him again. I buried him. Kamikaze boy, the Incan, to kill the kite before the shield comes out, and he puts the Terrence out. Easy money sniper there, Mysterion. Your chance at Mysterion. Mysterion, I choose you! Okay guys, that's not the one I'm giving away. But anyway, Mysterion. In chat to enter. How's everybody doing? Minute long, and he played, right? Well, he played and then he stopped though, so like, it's only sort of a play. JTS Stunner, or it's probably J Stunner. I'm stupid. JT Stunner. Schmacked. Nice, man. If Michael stopped, man, that was a good pull. He barely got that out in time. If Michael stopped the damage from, like, you know, Incan or the Professor Chaos or something. Look at that little Sally that could. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Rip. Go, Terrence, go. I didn't get a chance to play. Well, actually I do, but I think it's like right when the bar gets killed, so then then the lava disappears. What a waste. Go, Mackie, go! Oh shit. Uh-oh. That plus 74 is huge. Wow. Oh no, he's out of it. No, he's just barely in it still. Wow. Go get him, Terry. Go get him, Terry. Well done. Terry Towers, boys. Terry Towers. Kaza puta. We had Mimsy dead this week. Shield Maiden, we did have... Well, you know what? I don't know. I think actually Sharon was leveled to 7 this week on TMI. I just have her level 5. So I actually couldn't really take advantage of the full caps. But sniping the Mackie. Let's see how that works out for us. Dougie coming at us. Oh, he missed us because of the... Or we missed him because of the slow. Brutal. Brutal. Hey, New Warrior. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I think I played The New Order. I'm trying to remember. I think I played that one. Is that the first one in the remake? And then there's the one after that? Or is that the second one? I can't remember which one I played. Or if I played them both. I might have played them both. No, I think I just played the first one. But I can't remember. I think the one I'm thinking of had blood in it, the title. Anyway, Kite this week I don't think was the right choice, just because he's just not very good anymore. His shit is too short to really matter, and he dies pretty quickly. Especially when Mech is there. New card does look cool though. We'll talk about that a little later. Sally on the top. Oh, look at this. Look at this Sally. And the Terry Towers. Go, go, go. Oh, Sally. Sally, you crazy bitch. Oh my god, Sally taking bars with that scissors. Scissor me, Sally. Scissor me, Sally. Hey, what's up, broke boy? Amazing junk. Exclamation point Mysterion for your chance to win Mysterion live tonight. Gigoloski, 6111. Easy matchup, right? Should have saved Sally for this, for the silly Sally Slytherin. Oh, this poor guy doesn't know where it's about to hit him. Got him. Got him. Uh-oh, uh-oh. The snipe. Cowley's getting the shield. Paladin getting one hit off, maybe? Yes, nice hit. Tally with the shield, potentially when New Kid blows up. Nope, Tally lost the shield. Alright, here we go. Tally just slowing down. Lets the kite get his shield, which is unfortunate, I guess. But Mackie shield here would be good. Or not Mackie shield, but... Alright, now Inkin in the right timing here. That plus 60 on the kite. Nicely done. Did we get the doggy? Oh, we didn't even need to. Oh, we missed the Sharon though. How did that happen? The Furkle. I mean, going Goth Kids. I cannot believe I actually ran into somebody running Goth Kids. I just was not expecting any team to actually pick it. But, I mean, maybe they thought, oh yeah, guys, we can leave them base level and still get value out of them or something. I don't know. It's 8% of her health, guys. Doesn't scale with level. Boy. That's just sad. Poor guy. I feel for that guy. We got Slovy from OG Beefcake. Slovy. Slovaki. See what we got. Seemed like Mimsy dead was the pretty common thing. My team picked 2 of them. I left. That's really funny. Alright, we got 1 hit by the Paladin, which is pretty good. He healed a little bit of it, but we still got a good advantage here. Inking like twice, so take the bar. Alright, let's just get rid of that Dougie and the Sharon. Nice. Sharon's gonna be able to heal herself. That's fine. Let's put the Mackie out. AoE plus 60. Nice. The Chaos comes in and stuns him so that AoE 60 can get hit again. The Chaos coming in, hitting the Mackie. Uh-oh, uh-oh. The level 4 Inkin should save us here, though. I'm gonna put Sharon on the bottom side. Keep Inkin alive. Oh, the removal on the Sharon. But can he stop the Inkin? No, what a mistake. What a big mistake on his part there. Alright, we don't want to support him at all. He might get 1 hit off. Might be a good time to play staff, just kind of depends on where he plays. Level 3 Nelly. Oh no. Oh no, but you always gotta play right in Team Wars. You can't just see the level 3 Nelly and just fucking slam your cards out. Like that. No, that was a good play. Alright. Oh, I really didn't think he'd be able to get the Inkin with him. I wanted the Sally to get that shield. Would've been on. Alright, Mackie. The New Kid will defend from the Sally. Pap, pap. Dougie coming through. Oh, Dougie going to the Towley instead of to the Mackie, which I assumed he wanted. And then Mackie coming over to Dougie, not getting slowed down, which is great. What up, Saturn? What's up, Cap? Alright, we gotta be careful, see what this Mackie could turn into. Alright, that's scary. That's scary. Oh, get the, oh. Game over. Game over. Can we take both bars real quick? Let's find out. The lava coming out to slow us down. I don't think that's gonna stop us. Come on. Capium, thanks for the host. Take the bar. There we go. Now slam him. Slam him. Go, go, go. Transmog whoever he puts out. Oh, I couldn't snipe the Incan. Thanks. Alright, definitely not pegs. We got someone from Szechuan sauce. Mac. I'm not sure if that's somebody I know. But we'll see how this one turns out. Potato bracket, so I usually play like a big fat ugly spud. But we'll see what happens. We got one level on him already with that Nelly. I wanted to support the Nelly a little bit though. We were sitting at 10. Pow! We had the Sizzler to defend the Sharon if he plays something. Heals the Nelly, nice. Get the Mackie and the Dougie. Didn't even need to get the Dougie. The Dougie kind of died on his own. The Mackie dead, nice. Good push here. Nice chaos play there. We're gonna keep the push going with the Sally. Level 7 Sally getting one hit off. Yes, brutal. And the level 5 Incan surviving, maybe getting one hit off. Yes. Oh, it's just too slow, man. Or not too slow, it's just not long enough. Like if that would have been a little longer, would have been fine. Playing the energy staff just because I wanted the battle to get on my side. And he kind of plays right into that. Eventually we're going to play Sizzler on his face. But the Mackie actually kills her, which I wasn't actually expecting. Ended up working out. Get the Nelly out there to help deal with that Dougie. But the heal keeps him alive long enough to kill our Sharon, which is too bad. But our Terrence is beating up his Terrence. Our Towley, or our Sizzler is slow, but I don't think it's gonna matter much. Slow Sizzles is still scary Sizzles. The Chaos not stopping anything, taking the damage. Terry Towers, the level 7. Terry Towers, beautiful. The lava slowing down the assassins, but Terrence Mephisto, too strong on that new kid. Too strong on that new kid. Now we got Spectacular Mole from Coon Death Squad. Nelly coming in. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. Pretty much the same play that we had earlier. But this time we have the Mackie to support it. Oh no, but the Incan takes us out. Let's see if we can support it. Boom, tagging it, seeing how much damage we can do. But no, his Chaos comes out. Well done, we're in trouble here, but we have just enough energy for the reset here in the Incan. Boom, and one shot his, well done. It was a good play on his part. I was sweating there a little bit. I was like, oh damn. I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to come from behind on this one. But no, we're able to persevere and play, and there comes the transmog on somebody who already got a world's worth of value. So it's kind of a waste on his part. F not pegs. Energy staff in the corner for sure. I'm gonna decide what to do here. Richard, thanks for the follow. I don't know what that was on. It wasn't Twitch. Twitter maybe? Oh, nice. Stunned him. Stunned him. Get some. Oh, we're doing some fancy shit. That Dougie in the back, though, really beat us up. Oh man, that sizzle, that was, I had to have been max range sizzles there, dude. That's incredible. I'm trying to get this perfect here where he'll get the boost and Nuki will get the boost. Did I get it? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Beautifully done there. Boom! All right, let's get a plus 74. Plus 1. Oh, we got one of them on. That's good. Now Inkin's got plus 74. Nicely done. One shots him. The Mackie coming in big time here. Paladin on the mid side. Well done. Well played on this guy's part. Had me sweating. Had me sweating. Go, 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 go. There's just so much defense you can get here. Nope. Nicely done. I didn't have any cards to like push out. I should have just played Chaos, but I knew he wasn't going to get anywhere near him. 1 point lost, but it's all right. Now we got Elite Revolt. I think it's kind of BS that his Warcry Lava comes out no matter what, even if you snipe him. Why isn't Chaos Legend? I don't know. I don't know. Another game where Sally, oh my god, Sally almost got 2 hits off and took a bar around him. Now somebody actually put caps into the Mimsy. Mimsy this week is just fucking, is just a sizzler. It's just sizzler fodder. I can't believe I missed that. It was hilarious. He went to the side weird because Nelly got hit him. 127. If he's got that ink in, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Uh-oh. Nope. Not high enough. And Sizzler coming with his shield. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Sizzles. Can Sizzles kill the enemy? Yes, he can. He got major stacks from that Mimsy. He was fully stacked pretty much before he came down. He takes 2 out. Rip. Poor guy. Dude, I thought he had a chance. Seems weird that the new kid levels are 14. Yeah, it used to be that it depended on your league, and Gold League was level 18, Silver League was level 14, Bronze League was level 13 or something like that. They changed it, and then they got the bright idea to equalize them for some reason. I think that was a mistake. I think the old version of Team Wars is actually better, in my opinion. It benefited being leveled up, or being higher in the ranks more. It benefited being in gold versus being in silver or whatever. Beep, 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 beep. Robert Offby. Robert Offby? See, here's a, like a, you gotta either go big or go home with the Mimsy. If you don't have him level 6, you don't even play him, in my opinion. But we gotta make sure we deal with the Mimsy, because he is kind of scary. The Dougie coming through gets killed before he does any damage, and Sharon walks through the lava. You can't just play a Dougie into a swarm of people. Like, that's just not how it works. Oh, nicely done. The Labard. Who knew the Labard could be so good? Let's see if the Kite can get some magic in. Ooh, Saturn with the 100 biddies. Thanks, buddy. Are we gonna shield him? Nice. Towley got pushed behind and didn't get stunned, so did a little bit of extra damage to keep the Sizzler away from our Sharon. Beautiful. Udi has a chance. Boom, boom. Nicely done. We're sending Terrence Mephisto out there. Oh, the max range stun. Oh, but the shield comes out just in time. Or not, the shield comes out, the shield dies just in time. It's funny though that he killed, that's why, like, I was so mad when Namblos took Cyborg, when I told him not to take Cyborg, because like, Cyborg got countered by the same pick that was 1 less energy and the same rarity. So it's like, Cyborg didn't make any sense. Chaos was clearly the choice. And when I woke up and we had fucking not only did we have Cyborg, but when I woke up, he was already like level fucking 4. I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. What are we supposed to do? And then people got mad about losing. I was like, guys, you gotta fucking listen to what I'm saying. Because we do not have a lot of people right now because we just split off the teams. And while we're recruiting, we're gonna have less bottle caps, so you guys gotta pay the fuck attention. And not upgrade Cyborg. I guess he's level 3, not level 4. Actually, he might have been level 4 and we only have him level 3. That was just for the lava, really? Oh shit! What's gonna happen? Again, Chaos kills the Cyborg. I really thought Chaos was attacking the Sharon. Look at this. Look how weird that was. That was like as if he killed the bar. He got knocked back as if he killed the bar. But he didn't have enough damage. I don't know what that was all about. But pretty cool. Moody only got 1 win this week. It was a rough week, guys. It was a rough week. But don't forget Mysterion in chat if you just dropped in. ! Mysterion. Make sure you go tell your team that we're live. If we get a lot of people in the giveaway, I might be enticed to do 2. ! Mysterion to join. Go tell your team. Say in chat, hey, go to glanzern.com or glanzern.tv. You don't even have to say twitch.tv/glanzern. You can just say go to glanzern.tv. I got a whole fucking website, boys. You go to glanzern.tv and the first thing that pops up is the stream if we're live. And then right below that, you can tip me immediately. And then below that, you can see your loyalty points. Below that, you can see the merch store. Below that, you see the Buckethead versus playlist, which is the best playlist. And then that's pretty much it. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. What's up, Ben? Have some more. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pegs, give Saturn a couple premium loot boxes if you haven't already. All right, let's go into the deck choices this week. I might have to format the... Oh, it came together. It came together pretty well. All right. I took them from a different source this time, so I wasn't sure if they were gonna immediately be... the right... Whatever. Size or whatever you want to call it. All right. So the deck discussion for this week: ! Mysterion to enter to win the Mysterion. First choice, Warboy versus Robin Tweak. Warboy's the choice. I don't even have to look at the rest of the deck. Warboy's always the choice. Warboy's fucking G. Warboy's one of the best cards in the game for sure, especially in Team Wars. Warboy doesn't get hit by New Kid. He survives the New Kid Blast. Possibly all of them. Rogue. Or not Rogue. Yeah, that's Rogue, right? Rogue Token. Space Warrior. Let's look at the rest of the deck real quick. Would there be any reason to run Rogue Token? Maybe for the rats. Maybe for the cocks after Leanne. Maybe for the drone. Maybe to break the slave. Maybe to hit the Robo Baby or the Elf. I'm torn though. I mean, it's an epic. You'd have to upgrade it to I mean, level 4 Rogue Token probably doesn't even kill what it needs to. So you'd probably have to have him level. I'd probably still want to go with Space Warrior. I think Space Warrior is just more like the two cost fighter is just such a good slot, and especially in Team Wars when you really got to defend your bar a lot because the New Kid's not going to do it. Having the Rogue Token, I mean, if you go Leanne, you'd probably go Rogue Token, but the drone kind of counters the Leanne, so I feel like you'd want to run drone. And there's not really... What's the Leanne target? Osimo? Or... Slave, I guess, would be the Leanne targets. A buffed Belth or something. Mecha. I don't know. I don't think there's really any easy. I don't think there's any easy Leanne targets. Yeah, I don't like the Leanne this week. I'm looking through the deck. I don't like the Leanne this week. We'd probably go drone. So I would go Space Warrior. And then Slave versus Osimo. What can break the Slave? The Rogue. The well-played Rat. Fuck, level 7 commons might not even be able to break the... Well, the Slave base 5 though, not max 5. So that's gonna change the heal slightly. Hey, Bubby. You coming to say hi to everybody? You coming to say hi to everybody? Say hi. 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 Oh, he's done. He just wanted to be in my lap. Are you cold, Bubba? It's cold down here, isn't it? All right. Jesus Christ, Albus. Anyway, back to it. So the cards that can break the Slave, there's not a whole lot, honestly. With the War Boy, you can get lucky and hit at the right time. I mean, Slave could just get Leanne, though, you know? Would the freeze be good? But Osimo is probably just a Leanne target too. Will you just stack with the rats then? I don't know. We'll come back to this one. I think honestly probably wouldn't matter either way. I think they're both pretty good. I think this Slave though might be really hard to break the heal on. But there is Satan. There's Satan. So you might just use Satan on him. Him and whatever pushes behind him. Interesting. All right, let's go to the next Dougies. The 2 Dougies. Probably the freeze one. The freeze is just so fucking punishing. I hate that shit. Robo versus Belf. You gotta go Belf here because the cocks that are gonna be around, you're gonna be able to boost her up. And her getting the health boost is much more impactful than the Robo getting the speed boost, just simply because Belf can just survive much longer. Can't the assassin break it? I'm not like if you have max level 7 Goat Slim Shady. If you have max level 7 well, any of these commons, they still might not break it. Or like if they do, it's like it's like 10 or 20 HP more than it. So it's still kind of hard to do. Like it's not like with Hanky, you got a fucking like 200 point margin where it doesn't have to be perfect. But with Princess Kenny, whose max I think is like what 199 at max 6 or something like that, and what Slaves heal like 160 or 180 or whatever. I don't know what it would be at base 5. 130 even maybe. It's tough. It's harder to do for sure. And then you probably have some swarm hitting them too, like rats or cocks to hit them and go over and then jump them up. So it's definitely hard. I think Slave might be the choice, but you do have to level him up. Osimo, you don't have to level up quite as much, but Slave 4, I don't know. That's interesting. Belf is definitely the choice though. Astro versus Paladin. Paladin's probably your choice. That shield can be really impactful, especially like you trying to shield that Dougie would probably be the goal. The speed boost from the Astro can be impactful, but I don't really see a big target. Why is it these ones? It's supposed to be the South Park ones. Oh well. Oh well. Thanks for the follow, Joe Quinn. And Goat Slim Shady, thanks for the sub as well. So yeah, probably Paladin, and then probably the rats for the Lian. Jesus, Cloud Checker. Don't make me turn these off. I'll do it. All right. Now you don't have to be a streamer to host. Probably rats just for the Lian counter, honestly. But the rats could boost Belf a little more, so you got to be careful with her. But I think if you play them right before the Lian dies, it's probably gonna be impactful. But otherwise, Princess Kenny, meh. All right, Freeze Ray is definitely the choice. Cock Magic, there's no real target. I mean, you could snag the Slave or the Osimo if they lead with those cards and you have in your hand, but that's like the only use case this week, so it's not really a good one. So Freeze is going to be really great. You could maybe freeze, you know, last second freeze to save your Dougie so your Dougie can kill somebody in overtime or something like that. That's going to be really sweet. And like freeze something after a Warboy push and then just everything just gets melted. I don't think there's any question on that one. There's quite a few that aren't like no question, sort of a question. I don't think there's a real question here. I think the freeze one is just so good. The other one is nice with the Paladin because you could like, some people will do that to try to get like the like you can like 3-shot their bars and like beat them. Like if you have some damage on the first bar and you hit the second or on the second bar and you're shielded, the second bar takes like a shit ton of damage, and then your second hit is boosted, so you clear out the second, what's left of the second bar and the third bar, and you 3-bar them in 2 shots, which is pretty awesome. But there's a lot of ways to defend. You know, I could just freeze you until the shield is gone, and then the guys will kill you, the rats will kill you or something. There's a lot of cheap cards to defend against the Dougie this week, so not to mention like the Satan and stuff in case they get in a bad spot. But it'll be interesting. Okay, Enforcer versus Bradley. Elf King Bradley, which boosts range cards. That's interesting. I'd probably say you'd want to go the Enforcer just to stop the Osimo freeze. When they play Osimo after his first freeze mid-court, play the Enforcer in the back of your push behind your Slave or behind your Osimo or whatever. And it'll kind of neutralize that part of him. So that makes me want to go Slave because Enforcer is an option, honestly. The Bradley might be pretty good, but Bradley boosts the Bebe and the Warboy and the Mecha, the Satan, I guess. But he doesn't scale, or he scales now, so you can't just leave him lower, so you still have to upgrade him. I think the 2-cost Enforcer is just too good. That 2-cost, when you have like 3 slots where you could have a 2-cost coming at you, whether it's Paladin, Space Warrior, Princess, whatever, you're gonna want those cheap cards to be able to defend. And the Osimo, or the Osimo gets shut down so hard by him. Satan versus Mecha. I'm torn. Like it could go Satan because you're gonna help with the drone, help with the maybe the Cox, help with the swarm, all the assassins, the Dougie. Bunch of Rangers getting. Everybody would still be in range of Satan even if they were boosted by the Dougie or the Bradley. Sorry. And Mecha is probably just gonna mind control a Cock or a Rat or a Assassin or something. So yeah, I think Satan's the choice this week. Even at level 3 kills all the Assassins. Definitely kills Robo Bebe. Yeah, I think Satan's the choice this week for sure. And there's no other legends this week, so you know you can go Satan and stack the caps into Satan, or not, because yeah, you could not stack them in there. You know, like you don't have to spend as much, but Mecha doesn't. I mean, there's no removal or anything this week, so Mecha could survive at level 1 and do Mecha things. So either one you could save caps on, to be honest. So it kind of depends on what you want everything else to be. If you go Leanne, you're gonna want her at least level 3, probably level 4. If you go Slave, you're gonna want him to get to 5 for sure. Stuff like that. You have a big discussion on Elf Brad versus Enforcer. It's interesting. It's a tough one because you can get hella value from that Brad, but does everybody have Bradley leveled up to the point where he's going to be actually impactful? Because until you get that plus X amount of range at level 5 is really where it gets to that good amount of increased range. I can't remember what it exactly is. Like 1.5 or something like that. It's just not as good. But I mean, the extra damage alone could be like, if you could get it to, you know, let your Bebe one shot the Cox or something like that, you know, might help out. So maybe that one's one of the toss-ups. There's like 3 of them so far that could go either way. And like definitely Warboy, that's a toss-up. But I definitely lean towards the Space Pilot. I definitely lean towards the cheaper deck for sure. Like in Team Wars, I almost always, if it's a question and I'm not 100% sure, I'll almost always lean towards the cheaper option, just because with a cheap deck, it gives you the ability to defend your weak ass new kid. If you get stuck with, you know, if I get stuck with Satan, Leanne, Osimo, Rogue Token, Dougie in my hand, and I have 3 energy, and he just put Paladin out, like there's nothing I could do. Like he just took the bar. So I'm always for the lower cheap decks. With cheap decks come cheap responsibilities. LOL. What's up, Patriarchy? Yeah, but also hit your range units unless you're behind your unique. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So this one's kind of a toss-up. This one, I guess, I don't think it really matters which Dougie you pick, I guess. I think if you play Dougie, if you're trying to play Paladin Dougie combo, the one that gets extra attack is better. If you're trying to just play Dougie like on the sly to like freeze a push while you already have a push there to kind of nail in the coffin, then you want to do the other one. But honestly, there's a lot to deal with Dougie this week, so I probably won't even play him unless I know I'm like definitely gonna win and just win faster. Leanne versus Drone I think is interesting. I would prefer the Drone just because the Drone kind of counters the Leanne, and then you know you have all the you probably have Cox out there, potential rats. It's just not likely you're gonna get the value out of Leanne that you really want. Because I'm not going to play Slave or Osimo until I see Leanne or Drone, you know? And I'm just going to keep my Drone until I see the Leanne or the Drone. Like, it's a good counter to Drone. I just don't see any big targets. There's nothing that really scares me that the Leanne deals with. Because Slave, like, Leanne doesn't deal with Slave necessarily. Leanne could potentially, like, if you need Leanne to kill the Slave because you can't break the Slave's heal, that's so much energy that you have to use just on that I just, most likely they're gonna have so much swarm after that you won't be able to deal with it. At least unless you're running the Rogue Token. But even then, like Rogue Token level 4, I don't even think, base 4, I don't even think kills level 6 Cox or level 5 Cox. I could be wrong. I just know he's worthless at lower levels. So if you're on a team where you only have level 3, you're in real trouble. You're definitely not gonna kill the range cards. You're not gonna do enough. You might not even do enough damage to stop the Slave. Because even after you kill him and get him halfway, you still have all his damage to go. But yes, Leanne, you could have lower level. Like Drone, I think you probably have to have at least 4. Leanne, you could get away with 3. Because it's still 4 units. Or is it plus 2? Is it 5 units at 3? I can't remember. Yeah, Slave and Osimo is a tough choice for sure. And then the Coop versus the Poison. The Poison doesn't really deal with anybody. Definitely doesn't kill the mecha. Doesn't kill Belf, I don't think. Might kill Belf. Not if she has any stacks. 1 stack and she's not dying from it. Robo Bebe, it does kill. Warboy Tweak, it might kill, but he probably already got a hell of a lot of value out of his ability anyway. And then it would kill the assassins and the stacks. It kills the Cox, but it's fucking slow doing it. Lolozy, what's up? And yeah, if you hit Slave with the poison, he's just gonna heal his health back every 1 second. Yeah, so I think even though Belf is a choice, I think Coop is the choice, but you just don't play the Coop. Or you could just run Poison base level and just that slot's dead. That might be the choice. Coop level 2, that slot's dead. Play the Poison because it's like less tempting. That might be the slot to kill this time around because I just don't see... all I see in the Coop is just feed the Bebe. And I don't see any good targets for the Poison. What's up, C-Money? Yeah, we're gonna have to grind some battle passes later, Patriarchy. Yeah, that's probably what I would go. So my final deck would be Warboy, Space Warrior, Freeze Dougie, Slave, Belf, Paladin, Rats, Freeze, Enforcer, Satan, Dead Poison, Drone. That would be my choice. Is it the best? Who knows? Getting tested? You're finally gonna find out if you've got the Herpalerps? Herpalerps? Or is this HIV? Which one are you doing this time around? I know you get them done yearly. Be sure. I'm clean, I swear. You got the clap. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. I've got the clap and I'm giving it to you. Who's got the clap? You do, you do. Or I do. Do you see you do? I don't know. Anyway, you got the clap now and then you have to do it. And then you clap it to somebody else. And then they have the clap and then they have to do it to somebody else. And if you don't, you die a horrible death. Pretty sure. Saw it in an email. Someone gave me the clap through email in 95 and I'm still trying to give it away. All right, so that does it for the decks. Pretty straightforward this week for the most part. You'll see roughly the same decks coming at you with 3 or 4 cards that might be interchanged, but for the most part it's going to be similar. But you know, you always get surprised. You might catch somebody who ran... I ran into 3 people running Goth Kids, and I wasn't expecting to see anybody running Goth Kids. Well, no, I expected to see some, but not in gold. That was surprising. But I mean, that just kind of shows the different teams and team. God, I can't believe that they made Team Wars changes and not a single point of it is about the leagues. So annoying. So annoying. All right. Wonder when Henrietta will be unlocked. Probably months or weeks. Not months, weeks. Maybe months. I don't know. They go in like a cycle, so they do a bunch at once. So sometimes it's a week since that card released. Sometimes it's 3 weeks. Sometimes it's 2 months. It just depends on their weird cycle. I don't know. All right, so let's pull up the dev update. Dev update. Guess I deleted it on accident. Lot to go through on this dev update though, so listen up. Everybody, listen up. Got a show for you. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, we have a nice little Dr. Timmy event. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, the normal event. Friday, and on the weekend, we have a new card event, which we'll talk about that when, we show them below. But the new card is the alternate human kite. Creates a burst of wind that pushes both enemies and himself back. It's quite long range. It originates at his... It originates at... The AoE originates at his attack range. Kind of in between it, sort of. And then pushes you back. I would say the radius a little bit bigger than Wonder Tweak's AoE. I was gonna get a clip of it, but I was running late as is, and I was stuck at work a little bit later tonight, so I was running late as is, and so I didn't have time to get a bunch of stuff. Exclamation point Mysterion for the Mysterion giveaway. But level 3 rare, or level 3 drop rare in superheroes range really fills a slot for them that they were lacking in that 3 drop range. Every other range was either 4 cost or 6 cost. So you got the Call Girl at the 6, then you have Mecha and Wonder Tweak both at 4, and so you didn't really have this, smaller utility card. It's gonna make Kun a little bit better, honestly, but at the same time it kind of negates his boost when you're knocking back his targets away from him and stuff. So there'll be potential use where, and we see this happen with PC Principal, we see this happen with Leanne's push, Grand Wizard Cartman's push. Sometimes a push ability actually benefits the enemy if you don't use it at the right time. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think it does damage, it just pushes you, but it keeps him out of harm's way, knocks him back. I mean, if he's got the hanky, he could just keep knocking himself back. It might be pretty interesting to see what kind of stuff we'll see from him. But he isn't flying. He does stay on the ground. It shows him flying on the card art, but he's not a flying unit. He's gonna be interesting. He does get shielded by the human kite, so that might be interesting. But only he gets knocked back. His allies do not get knocked back, so that's an important thing here. And so the chaos mode he'll be debuting, so if you want to try him out early, you can jump into that, which I think is a pretty cool thing that they're doing. Let you try the card out and see how you like it to decide if you want to throw some money at it. Well, he is like the reverse kite, so it kind of makes sense that he doesn't fly, Yeah, and he doesn't have terrible stats. That 130, 33, not terrible. The 24-hour token event on Thursday is coming back. They took that away. They're having issues with it for some reason. But in chaos mode, all ranged superheroes will cost 1 less, by the way. And they have double damage, so this guy will be fucking sick. Dr. Timmy's gonna be a killer in that mode. Killer. And Call Girl too, she's 1 less, and she hits that fast. Double damage. Whew, might be tough. But we have Alternate Human Kite. We'll definitely be playing him with Mary Jane Randy. We just got Mintberry Crunch level 5, so that'll be fun to be able to throw him in there as well. Mosquito, all these cards with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy 5-point deck for sure. You throw in Kun, maybe put Kun and Call Girl. I mean, with Randy, it's actually pretty good because that fucking taunt. That's probably what I'll do. I'll do like mostly superhero, and then maybe Unholy and something. I don't know. Maybe just Pete. We'll see. We only need 80 points. Oh, wait. It says 7 and 8, and they're both 80. Looks like a mistake. My guess is 80 and 100. And last week there was only 7 and it was 80. And they added and she got... That's my guess, but could be wrong. Yeah, especially with hamsters counting as 2, mosquito counting as 2, the pots counting as 2, shit like that. All right, so 5.00 update. So it's a major number update, which means there's a lot going on. Now, there's probably a lot of stuff that they're not necessarily going to tell us, like the change for deranking and stuff like that. By its nature of the changes, they don't want to tell you exactly what's going on, because then it's easier to figure out how to get around it. But we'll be releasing the major update. Major, minor revision. Is that what? Zero patch? Is that what the patch? I don't know. What do they call the third one? The dream's now a reality. You can now track how many caps are spent, and you can set a cap at the levels of the cards. So this kind of takes away some of the onus on the team, which is good for some teams probably, and then some teams are probably like, oh man, we've never messed this up ever. Now other teams are gonna never mess it up or something. So it's interesting. And in the deck tracker or the team manager app does this already for you. So a lot of people have been using this, except that obviously it didn't cap it, but some people have already been using tools similar to this, but this will be in-game. It's always better to have things in-game, in my opinion. So him developing that probably pushed them towards developing this quicker, so it's kind of nice. Competition, you know, that's why competition's good. So if you see here, you can set the max level of the card. Only the leader can do that, so you'd set the max at 4 or whatever for Shield Maiden, and then no caps can go on past 4. So feasibly, you could set your cap limit, and if you do it perfectly, the deck will, nobody has to spend any caps. The deck will auto upgrade to the right amount. Kind of cool. So you set the max, pretty simple, and then here it'll actually show. You can click on the, this is the view of a person. So this is Bear from Hawk Forest cap spend. And it shows where your caps, where he put caps. I believe this is a person. And it shows how many caps they have, and then it shows how many you spend. Or this is the whole team. I don't think so. Because it says you'll be able to see how many bottle caps your team members used and where. So it only makes sense that this is per teammate. You can see where they put their caps. It looks nice, but the problem there is that, like, it doesn't really, if you don't have an audit log of exactly when people upgraded, if somebody goes, like, now it doesn't matter because of the cap. Obviously you're not going to ever go over again unless your leader fucks up. But in a situation where somebody plays it wrong, you don't know who did it when, right? And so somebody else could show that they have Shield Maiden stuff, Shield Maiden caps, but they did it earlier, and the last person who did the Shield Maiden is the problem. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't really feel like that's useful anymore. Now that you can cap it, all they had to do was put the cap. All they had to do is put the cap, and that solves like all the problems. I don't give a fuck where people put their stuff anymore because they can't fuck it up. If I don't want them to upgrade a card, I could just leave it level 1 and then open it up later if we need to, right? So granted, I assume you can change the level and it's not just like once you lock it, it's stuck. That would be really weird. I hope not. Yeah, if you want to blame someone. Yeah, featured, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's everything. As far as Team Wars goes, that's everything for the team itself. This will be the update where we target D rankers. This will be a process, one that takes more than one update to fully address this situation. I don't want anyone thinking this will all be solved by the press of one button, because that's not how this will happen. We're working hard to make sure we make the best changes possible. So they're going to try to do it in tiers or whatever. I guess I'm always wary about how games deal with deranking, because it's potentially just going to push away part of your player base that doesn't like to sweat, doesn't like that. Those are still people that are playing your game, and you might push them away by making their game harder to play. Like, not everybody wants to play this game as a competitive game. So I'm always wary about that, because deranking is just a style of play, and some people don't derank, they just don't play very often. Like, think of somebody who maybe they didn't play a whole month, and they come back, they're reset, they're down at 7,000 or whatever they would be at after a whole month, and they have a full deck of level 5 legends or something like that, and they just haven't played. And so and when they do play, they only play a pack or two, so it's not like they're climbing crazy fast, because you're not really allowed to, because the matchmaking kind of limits you to a certain, you're typically getting like 30 or so per win. But like those people might get punished, and especially when it's like, I'm not able to share too much about these changes as they're not going to do anything that we can see, but you can tell that we're restructuring the in-game reports. So somebody could get in-game reported just because they have high levels, but they suck donkey shit at the game, and they beat this one guy just because of their levels, which is going to happen, and that guy reports them, and then they get their ass beat by somebody with lower levels because the other guy's better, and then the next game they beat him because of the levels, and they get reported again. But they're winning 50% of their matches legitimately, so they are where they belong as Elo. If you're in the perfect rank, you should win 50% of your matches, and that does not exist in South Park. Like in South Park, most people win 70 to 80% of their matches, just because I can't even explain it how it works. Like anytime you watch like a streamer or something, everybody wins more than they lose in this game. Was it Viva La Stoners? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's dangerous, because you could push away a subset of your players, and why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Like, I don't think D-rankers, like, because you can just get into a game so quick. You leave, you come back, it doesn't even try to match you up to the game again, and you're in another game in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Like, for every D ranker you lose to, you probably got a win because of a D ranker. So I don't know. I'm torn on that subject. I think you should do the only thing you should do to make D ranking illegitimate is to increase the rewards by rank to the point where it's not economically feasible to derank. So even if you get locker limit at a lower rank, you're getting less total rewards than if you got 15 wins at a higher rank. You know what I mean? So your time to resource ratio is about the same. But they took that away from the events, where if you're ranked up, you don't get better event cards, which I don't understand why they did that. Like that was the dumbest change they've made, was to take that away, because the idea is like, oh, we don't want the higher levels to get too far above the other people because they're getting too much rewards or whatever. But the way that these games work already caused that to happen, because it's such a plateau on your deck strength, because you go from needing 60 cards to get to level 5, and then you need 60 cards to get to level 6. Like, to get from level 1 to 5, you need 60, and then from level 5 to 6, you need 60. So it's such a big fucking jump that naturally happens. So even though, oh, maybe I do get 7 epics, it's only 2% of my total epic for that level, whereas if somebody lower gets 2 epics, it's 10% of their total upgrade to the next level. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess it helps lower levels, but it makes it so stagnant up top that like that quest for the level 6 epic is so unreachable that most people won't ever see a level 6 epic on their account ever, even if they've been playing since day one. If they've never put any money in, they're probably nowhere near 350 epics of one card. And not to mention, how many epics did they just add in the last month, or in the last like 6 months? Like 5 fucking epics. Crazy. But anyway, we've also made adjustments to how crowns are handed out in Team Wars. The amount of crowns awarded will now be based on the position of the team as well as the number of members in the team. That'll be interesting. If we've been playing not quite enough full team, it may be time to recruit. So it'll just depend. This will depend on whether or not this is impactful. I think it will impact teams like TMI. Who else is at the top? French Family, is it? Spain Park. There's some in the top that are running like 30. it'll vastly impact them, because even if it's let's say it's 5 crowns per person that you lose, right? So let's say you're gonna get 100 points if you're at 50, and let's say if you're 48 you only get 90 points. That's pretty impactful to the people running 30, because you're gonna lose quite a few points. But if you're at 50 and you're running 48, and if you're losing 10 crowns, I don't think it's going to be impactful enough, because the idea is if you run 50 and you get 3rd or 4th potentially, you know, if everybody was running 50, you could get 5th. Who knows? Losing those 50 to 100 to 200, however many it might be, if you're going, you know, if you're 5th, you lose crowns. Losing those amount of crowns, or the potential to lose that amount of crowns, doesn't outweigh the amount that you're going to lose by not running 50. You know what I mean? So if you're at 30 and you're losing 50 crowns, it might be worth it to go to recruit more. But if you're at 45, maybe even 40, there'd have to be 50 crowns different to make those teams want to do that. Like, to make chefs finally go 50, there'd have to be a lot of crown different between running 50 and 48. And if it's only 10, it's not worth it, because if they go to the 50, most likely they're gonna catch 4th place, 3rd place, and that's 50 points, 100 points. That's a lot of points lost. Versus, oh, if I'm gonna lose 10 points, 5 points, 20 points, it's got to be a lot. And based on their history of what they do, it's not gonna be a lot. So 48 teams aren't gonna change. 30 teams might change. 30 teams might change. And the only thing that this really changes is that, like, the teams that are 48, the teams that are 50 might have a chance to catch up to them. Only if that team never loses in gold. Once they lose 1 week, if they get 2nd, if they get 3rd, they're fucked even worse. But if they get 2nd instead of 1st, just 1 week, that gets rid of all the caps that they increased on the lead from the other weeks, if it's only like 10 per week. So it'll really just depend on how much it is. If it's a lot, this will be impactful. A lot of teams will go up to 50, or if they don't go up to 50, you'll start seeing the top 10 change, right? You'll start seeing the top 10 become more true to what the top 10 should be. Should reset every year. That's something that is a lot of games do, is the reset like that. Most games do it every season. It would be like literally every season, but then the season's like, well, like the Team Wars season would be longer. So it'd be like, what I would do is I'd have 3 months of Team Wars season, and at the end of the Team Wars season, you have rewards based on where you are. I would probably say like top X% gets a reward, top X% gets a reward, whatever it might be. It wouldn't be like, I wouldn't put it as like 1st place gets a better reward than 2nd place. I would do the Team Wars ones, the team ones in like big chunks, and then then with the single season you get the end of season rewards, and so there'd be like 6 single seasons per Team Wars season, and then you reset it completely, and then maybe you get a little crown, like the team gets a little badge by their name or something for every time they win or something, like who knows what, some way you could keep track of how many times you've won or something. Maybe maybe the whole team gets that season's outfit. If they're number 1, they get the season outfit or something like that. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, because the way Heroic does it is, it's like, what is it, Cloud? Every 4 weeks it resets, because there's 3 themes, and they do 1 week where one theme's boosted, the next week another theme boosted, another theme, and then the 4th week all themes are boosted. So it's like 1 month, yeah. So 1 full month and everything gets reset, which is pretty cool. Then within that, there's like event leaderboards and all sorts of stuff. Pikmin 2 streams, dude. We beat Pikmin, dude. We beat Pikmin, bitch. 6 months? Nah, I don't know. That's pretty long. Like, because if you think about Team Wars, it's got to be a few team wars, but it can't be too many, because eventually if it's too many, the top 3 will probably be decided at week 2. And if you have the same teams at the top at week 2 that you have at week 5, then there's no, or sorry, month 2, then you have it month 5, then there's no reason to do it for 5 months, right? That's kind of where you'd be sitting. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. It's good to see that they're making changes. I don't think this is necessarily the right one. I think this will definitely take TMI and the people who are very low, that'll take them out of the equation, or at least force them to go up. So we'll see what happens. But it'll just depend on how much you lose per position. And if it's impactful, you might be seeing everybody up at 50. And if everybody goes up to 50, then the brackets will be less punishing too. So it might be more fun again. So I don't know, who knows? Wouldn't the same 50 teams pretty much be 1 to 50 if they reset it every season? Yes and no. Like, you'd be surprised. Teams changed quite a bit over a month. You know, like free-to-play Wales isn't... There's maybe 20 of the same people that were on it when it started. No, I would probably say it's less than half the same people. A lot of them quit. A lot of them just don't even play anymore. But yeah, if it's all the same people. When Pete is on the... Okay, so here's some bug fixes. When Pete is on the battlefield, the goth kids should now heal when they kill a unit. That's a huge increase. That makes me, like, sad that I didn't... The fact that they fixed that so fast makes me sad I didn't buy more. Goth kids transformed by Medusa won't be revived, so that's a debuff to them. So fix one thing, break another thing, so that's nice. Goth kids won't go back to the players. I never experienced that, so that must have been a nuanced bug. And then missing sound effects for goth kids. So they got a lot of the goth kids. So we get a reverse kite outfit, which is pretty sweet. Our 14th battle pass and the last one of 2020 is ready to be announced. Alternate human kite will be the card. So we'll get alternate human kite on Adventure Lock, so it'll be interesting. There'll be 2 outfits and the usual battle pass goodies. All right, so that is it for the update. So we're gonna go through the forum post, but before that, make sure you enter to win the giveaway Mysterion. Currently we have 20 people in the giveaway. We have 40 people watching. So if we double that, if we get 40 people in the giveaway, I'll do 2 of them. We're not done yet though, Koopa. We got the forum updates to do, or the forum ones. This probably takes longer than the rest of it. All right, do your leaderboards if you must, but can we still have team pack in the weekend events? Yeah, leaderboards are stupid. I don't like it. Nobody cares about your event leaderboards that only affect no life D rankers grind to death. Get back the event teams packs. Yeah, I agree. Booster odds suck. No legend cards in 80% and 89% pants. Well, then you hit the 20 to 11. 20% is not an unreasonable amount to hit it, or to not hit. If you do not receive a legendary card in these packs, what can you expect from a pack with a 50% probability? Pretty much the exact inverse of the probability that you were just expecting. So if you got that pack 80 times, you'd get a legend out of it 100 times, you get a legend out of it 80 times. If you bought this one 100 times, you'd get a legend out of it about 15 times. Will the cap management system be available to co-leaders as well? That's a good question. Probably just leaders. Based on the fact that only leaders can fucking pin something, I'm assuming only leaders will be able to do that. Will auto-spending apps consider the max levels? I hope so. I would assume so. That would be real goddamn dumb if it didn't. Thanks for this. Finally, Team Wars update. Just a few questions. Why did you remove team packs? Are there any plans for Red and Bebe superhero cards? Are there any plans for more superhero spells? I'm sure there's plans for all those cards. No stupid leaderboards. Bring back the team packs. Sick to death of nerf after nerf to rewards. Great changes for Team Wars. Very happy to see that. Are there plans to expand League past Gold? Exactly. That's the Team Wars. That's the only thing that will fix the issue. Is the issue with Team Wars is that it's just Potato City, so everybody's getting 114s, and the people that don't get 114s are typically, like, most of the time they're like at the top. Most of the time it's a disconnect. Like, out of the last 8 weeks, I'd say probably 80% of the losses in the top 5 teams were from disconnect, or top 3 teams at least, were from disconnects. And it's just, like, Why would you want to? And when one game can matter that much, if it was like, you know, more people, or like only half of the people can get 114 because the matchups are just harder, then getting a disconnect loss a little bit less impactful. Like, this is what it was like when your rank actually mattered, when people were actually fighting in team wars based on their rank. People like, and when gold was small and there's only like 5 teams in gold, people lost fucking games. Like, there was very rarely when you would go and you'd see anywhere near even 5,000 points, because there'd be so many people losing because everybody was actually getting good games. Now it's just who gets the most potatoes, who gets the most people that are 6,000 or 7,000, and you know, who can win the good fight that the 1 or 2 good fights that they actually get. And it's just not very conducive to like a competitive environment, especially when there's really no difference to the amount of points you get when you're running 50 to 48 to 30 to 25 to 10. You could be running 10 people in gold and still getting 100 fucking crowns if you're winning. What's up, Nick Norsky? Irish, what's up? Don't forget exclamation point Mysterion to win your chance at the Mysterion. At this point, any new teams forming, no, they'll never catch up to free-to-play whales. Yeah, it's pretty impossible. Like, you can get up to gold, but you're never going to catch up. I understand that we can't knock everyone back to Wooden League every reset, but I think if there is an end-of-season type goal or even a playoff for teams that score the highest over X weeks, yeah, that was fun. With the whales winning these cards and other goodies. Make the incentives end of... That's like... He's literally talking about these. Make the incentive at end of season like pack, exactly. I'm using professional sports as an example. I think that would bring the competition back to Team Wars. Yeah, because that would be cool. Like, whoever won last season, their team for that next season has a crown over their team or something like that. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of games do that, where everything just like resets every month, and it's just like there's no real winner or loser overall. And so this is one of the few games that has like this overall overarching long-term who's number one kind of thing. It's kind of interesting. I found this helpful. Oh, I'm not logged in. Rip. Sorry, Bond. I don't care the stupid leaderboard. Yeah, I think people I don't understand. Like, it's clear people don't like the leaderboards. Like, this is definitely something where everyone's like, everybody hates this thing, but it's like everybody doesn't. It's kind of like 50-50. This is true. Nobody likes the fucking leaderboard rewards. Maybe if it was 500 chaoses instead of 5, but like even then you wouldn't want that to be a good reward, because it's like, oh, somebody who just can fucking take off the day from work and just no life the day can get 10 fucking epics. Boo. I don't really want to read that. They're gonna bring the team. They didn't remove them forever. Great update, Toller, but please address the missing compensation for last Thursday's scrapped event. I got that one. Also, please pass the very clear feedback that we definitely don't like those. Really glad Kyle's cousin finally was added. Hope he pops up in other themes. It doesn't make sense for him to pop up in other themes, but I do like him as the alternate kite. And if one of his sound things isn't "I'm back," then these guys are fucking idiots. Hello, Toller. Good afternoon. We like the news very much. What is missing now to recruit is the increase in national and worldwide chat. Only in this way will we be able to acquire new teammates who are active. I mean, in-game chat isn't necessarily any better than something like Discord or something, but maybe. A lot of other games have it. The second part, the bad part, is the form of tournament to win cards and no longer by team. So it is difficult for a player above 8,000 to have the same score as a person of 3,000. What? Scoring criteria are the same for both novice and old players. Okay, I see what he's saying. Well, that's why they changed it so that like if you can only get 1 or 2 packs, you still might get an epic, you know? If you can only get 3 packs, if you can only play a 2-point deck because you just don't have the other cards yet, that's as good as you like that. That's you don't tailor your events to like the weaker people. The whole idea of the events and everything is to entice people to upgrade their cards, get better, so that they can complete these events. I mean, in other games, you have to have a max. You have to have a max account to even consider finishing the events at all, because it's like a stat grind and the boss missions are like too hard unless you have max level account or whatever, you know? So in like this game, you can complete the events just with time and effort, whereas other games you literally need money or you need a max account already. And so, but that's the idea of these events, is like, just like challenge mode before, I mean, it's different now, but challenge mode used to be like, you have to upgrade your cards to challenge level. That's kind of the idea. Try playing heroic in week 3-4 this season with no ascensions. Dude, I haven't been getting ascensions at all. Yeah, the people running bots for sure. I like card events. I can get them done in a few hours. Yeah, I was running a 9-point deck this week. I only had to win 9 games. It was fun. I was kicking people's ass with City Walk guy. But in other games, it's like I don't have a choice. In this other game, I have 8,000 gold that I can get. I get 450 gold per win. So it's 17 wins that I need to get. In a mode where it's indiscriminately matched up, all the levels are the same, so you don't have an advantage, and you're matched up against people who could be 50,000 rank above you. So 17 wins takes time. And if you lose, you get 50 gold. So you could lose 170 games, which I'm considering writing a macro to do just that, because that game was pissing me off earlier. But yeah, I don't like the idea of making events. I mean, if that was true, and they did that, then they would have to curb the rewards. And why would you want that? As a new player, why would you want to limit me to only like 20 points of rewards to finish the event if I could have kept playing and get the rewards that the top players would? I think your mindset is kind of flopped on that one, actually. I'm very happy to see you guys are in fact concerned in acting on the D-ranking problem. I'm curious about how you are planning on fixing it so that I can circumvent it. This is a D-ranker trying to social engineer. The TVT fix doesn't sound promising. Just give a good reward to the top 100 teams and reset the whole thing. I mean, that's not going to fix anything. People are going to do the same fucking thing. Well, how does that fix anything? It'll take less time to shake out now that people know what they're doing. Now to the downsides, you really should give everyone a chance to earn a soapbox. That's just unfair. We're so not into those leaderboards, you can't even imagine. What? Soapbox? Is one of the leaderboard rewards a soapbox? I told her, how many points is it for the final solo pack? Yeah, it's probably 100. Should be 60? No, it's probably 100. So happy to finally see the overcapping situation seems to have a solid solution. Yeah, that'll be sweet. Nobody wants your leaderboards. Art events allow you to try out cards you won't normally play. Exactly. That's the whole idea there. I see the teams at the top of the TVT leaderboards are looking for loopholes already. Imagine if the player base wasn't... What do you mean are looking for loop? What do you mean? Imagine if the player base wasn't inclined on trying to screw other people over and cheat exploit the way. That's how fucking shit works, bro. Everybody will always find the exploits. Please stop nerfing. Whatever. I saw the title Two Kites seen in South Park Sky and thought, wow, alternate human kite, and I bet they are finally undoing the awful kill nerf to human kite. I mean, after all, the low-cost Bradley and Dara Elite seem to be the way the game is going. And normal human kite is 4 cost. Well, human kite's potential is still fucking amazing. Like, shielding a whole group is still fucking awesome. So like, just because you can't pull it off very often doesn't mean that that's not a 4 cost ability. You know what I mean? Gotta be time for that fix. Right? I think it should last longer, and I just think it shouldn't charge while it's going on. Like, just like Shield Maiden. It's just like, oh, I had this weird hunch that they were gonna fix human kite out of nowhere, even though it's not a season it's not a season where they're gonna balance balance change or anything. And oh, I'm mad because my random weird hunch wasn't right. What a fucking weirdo. Well, if you're hitting the 11% probability of not getting a legendary in the 89% pack, then technically you have better odds with 15% of getting one in the other pack, since 15% is higher than 11. I mean, that's true. In no way I'm a mathematician, but something tells me the difference is negligibly small. 4%? I mean, depending on what the trial is, but 4% could be statistically significant. You'd have to do some hypothesis testing. and like it would depend on the sample size and stuff, but for sure 4% could be within the margin of error and it could mean nothing for sure. But that depends on, like, if we're talking about a percentage that goes from 1 through 100, then 4% might not matter. But if this percentage only goes from 10 to 16%, then a 4% swing is a big fucking deal. Seriously, you remove the team wars? Oh my god, shut up about the team wars. They'll bring them back. I have a query. Can this new record for team wars also be reviewed and controlled by the co-leaders? I don't know. That's a... Somebody already asked that. Balance Dark Angel Red. Maybe it will be clear once we see it in game, but I am... But I am right to assume that we can move the max around? I assume so, yeah. If it was like one time you get to lock it, that would suck. It's been said so many times already, but yes to team tier packs, no to event leaderboards. Every game, hallelujah! It's a weird way to spell that. At least you make the great change in Team Wars more easy now to manage the clan members and cat bottle spend. Thank you. I mean, wasn't as spicy as I thought it'd be. I'm in charge of administration of a guild in South Park. Exclamation point Mysterion to join the giveaway. We'll be doing that real soon. But yeah, I think the Team Wars changes are good overall. Do they fix the overarching issues? No. Do they fix some of the problems? Yes. We'll see what the D ranking does. I don't typically see D ranking as too much of a problem because I'm just like higher up in the ranks on all my accounts. So like the people that I'm playing are typically trying to, play as best as they can. But if you're down at like, silver on the way to gold or bottom of gold, you're going to be just inundated with D rankers who are either staying right at the cusp of legend, right at the beginning of legend, or they don't want to hack it at legend at all, so they stay right under legend the whole time. It's all for the guy in 4Ks with level 4 legends. Yeah, those are the D rankers that I think they're really targeting, because those are the D rankers that make people quit the game. The D rankers up at legend, the people that are already that far into silver, those guys are they're pot committed at this point, right? I think Red Lynx worries less about them quitting, but the people who just started and they're running into impossible games, those people will quit. And those are the type of people that you have to keep around, because those are going to be your next big whale, So, can you see who put caps where? I believe so. From what they were saying, here, I'll show you. I'll go back to the first page. From what they were showing in this picture, I mean, it says right there, player placed bottle caps on these cards. So this must be, the name of this person's character must be Bear from Hawk Forest. And this is his cap spend. So this is how many caps he had, this is how many he spent. Why it shows the deck level there, I don't know. Like, that seems like a weird place to show the deck energy, because it doesn't matter, right? Like, what the fuck does that matter? But it should show each person. You should be able to click on their name or something, I don't know. And it'll show you where they spent their bottle caps. Assuming when they mention teams losing crowns due to placement is referring to placement in the week's bracket and not their placement in the overall ladder. Maybe. 65 7,000 is the slaughterhouse. Yeah. Yep. Because people are trying to get up to that next rank. But yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff this week. The goth kids getting that bug fix where they actually heal off of kills is really big, really important. That makes them way stronger than they were, honestly. Because there were so many times where, my Pete would have survived because he one-shot an assassin or something. But he didn't. It wouldn't make sense otherwise, because you'll never catch the team in front of you if you earn less crowns for being lower than them. Exactly. Yeah. It has to be, it's for your brag, yeah. They mean, so you'll get 100, 200, whatever, and then you'll get an extra cap per person you have or something like that. An extra 2 caps per person or something like that. I assume it would be, and maybe that multiplies if you get first place. Maybe if you get third place, you get 1 cap per person. If you get second place, you get 2 per person. If you get, or sorry, and then if you get first place, you get 3 caps per person or something like that, you know? People just camp there until the end of the season and then they grind up. Yeah, people who can definitely get in there. But I mean, they're technically hurting themselves in the long run because they would be getting better rewards in Legend, but it's just not good enough. Like the difference between, oh, I get 5 rares per pack versus 6 rares per pack, I'm only getting a pack per day, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But anyway, thanks for stopping by for the weekly update. We're gonna roll the update here, or not the update, we're gonna roll the giveaway, but on YouTube this will be the end of it. So thank you so much for stopping by. Next week you'll have a chance to win one of these other cards on the YouTube comments, so make sure you're there. You'll have a chance at who knows who, potentially the Satan finally.